got our first job. It's about 15 minutes in, and we're going to Copenhagen and then taking it to Christie's Beach, from Port Noarlunga to Christie's Beach. So not a big trip, which is a good thing because I've only got thermal bags, so I don't know how I'm going to keep ice cream frozen. Hopefully the thermal bags do its job. So we will fly to Copenhagen, see how we go delivering them, see if we can get them there before they melt. So we've just had another order come in for Subway. So if you've got to do a store, I probably shouldn't have accepted that now I think about it. The ice cream's going to go all melty, so this could be interesting. Well, that was nearly my first stuff up. I grabbed the wrong order. I took in the Subway instead of the Copenhagen. Thankfully it was a meet at the door and not a leave on doorstep, and she said, oh, I didn't order Subway. So that could have been a disaster. So I'm going to have to definitely make sure I'm a bit more switched on and make sure I'm grabbing the right orders, because that would have been a disaster. So that's my first delivery done. That is the Copenhagen delivered. Now we'll drop off the Subway and fingers crossed we get a job straight away. That's the plan. Alright, that is the Subway delivered. So that's delivery number 2 for the day. It's my brother's birthday today. We're going out for dinner. So I might just do this for a couple of hours before we head down to the restaurant and meet everybody there. So happy birthday, Alex, if you're watching. I don't think you will be. But happy birthday anyway. Alright, we're at Christie's Beach Coles and we're going to pick and pack our order, so this could be interesting. Now that I've worked out how to use a number, that makes it a lot easier, that's for sure. Alright, so just finished my pack order from Coles. Wasn't too bad. There's only one bag. It's a hell of a car park to get out of sometimes. Going for it, bugger it. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Aisles were pretty all close together, grouped together. So I was in and out in about probably 10 or 15 minutes, which it's not too bad. I'll wait and see when the job's done how much it pays, and I'll just start having to think about whether it's worth doing them or not. So I thought they'd pay a bit better than what they do, but I can't remember if that was an $8 one or a $15. I don't remember. I'll have a look when I drop it off, and we'll go from there and work it out. So I'll let you know how much that was worth once I've dropped it off. Alright, so we just dropped off that pack and deliver. It was worth $15. So I'm kind of thinking that's not too bad. I don't mind that so much. That was alright. So we'll see how we go with those. I might have to be careful and make sure it's not a massive order and driving it too far, because otherwise you just lose half an hour, 40 minutes doing that order, and then you miss out on all the other ones. So sometimes I just don't think they're worth it, but we'll play it by ear on that one. And I just had another order drop in straight away from the Euros King at Ranella, and they wanted me to deliver it nearly 20 kilometres away into the city. for $13, so I rejected that one. Nope, not doing that. That's ridiculous. You want me to drive that far? Pay me. Not doing that for $13 when I got to go out tonight, especially. So now we're sort of maybe we'll head. Actually, I might go back and chuck a bit of a Yui and head towards Junk Food Corner. Might get some other orders there. But it's 4:10 now. There's no quests on today either, which means that the earnings is very slow. I think I've made like $20 for about 4 orders today. So yeah, a bit frustrating. But I'll give it another half hour, and if nothing much is happening, then maybe I'll just call it a day. Maybe once I've had dinner with the brother, I'll head out again this evening and see how we go on a Saturday night. Alright, so we just scored a pickup at Macca's. It's only a $6 one, but it's not that far away. I don't mind doing those ones. And we're ready and waiting the second I walked in, so that's even better. So you don't mind if you don't have to wait. When you get there and you've got to wait 10 or 15 minutes, you're just like, well, that was pointless. So we will get this one delivered down to Lonsdale. Junk Food Corner. I was hoping to get something a bit better, maybe a twofer, but I'll take whatever I can get at the moment. And I might even pull the pin soon. It's relatively quiet and they're all low paying, so I don't know if it's worth spending too much time out on the road. It is 4 o'clock, it's kind of an awkward time. No one's really worried too much about lunch or dinner. It's right, you know, too far from lunch and too close to dinner to sort of have anything. But, no. We'll drop this off and then we'll, might pull the pin. All right, we're calling it. I've been running around for a couple of hours now, and I've made $34 in about 2 hours. Not really worth it. There's no quests on offer. The jobs that are coming through are relatively average. They're either very low paying but close to where I want to be, or reasonable paying but you know, you've got to go into the city to drop it off, which is about a half-hour drive. And to be honest, I cannot be asked driving all the way to the city when I've got to go out tonight. So that might do me for tonight. It's a bit of a disappointing afternoon, but it is an awkward time to go out. I was just bored, so I thought I'd just go out and test it out, see how it went. And it was a failure. But it's still $34 in my pocket, so I'm happy with that. So that is me for Saturday, January 10th. I'll see you next time I'm out on the road. It's all money going in towards our lap, so we're just getting that little bit closer every time. It's going to take us a while, but we'll get there.